Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yomi Adu, and I am the CEO of Europe Travels and Tours. This channel is Travel Africa with Otumba Yomi Adu. I tell you, I love to be on the road every time. Okay, but today I want to take you around the continent of Africa. So I call this video Online Travel to African Countries. Online Travel to African Countries. So you are welcome to this channel. If you are new, probably you are just seeing my video for the first time. This is Travel Africa, as I said, with Otumba Yomi Adu. I want you to be part of this community. Just hit the subscription button and also remember to put on the notification bell. When you put on that notification bell, it means each time or anytime I drop my video, YouTube algorithm will suggest my video to you. I tell you, I have a lot of information as far as Africa is concerned. We all know that Africa is the mother continent. Africa is the mother of all continents. Why did I say so? The reason is not far-fetched. Africa is a raw material for other continents of the world. They come here, they take whatever they want to take, and they use them to develop their continents. So that is why I said Africa is the mother of all the continents in the world. So today, if you are coming again to my channel, that you are not a new subscriber, I want to say thank you for coming back again and again. As I said, today we are going to be talking about online travel to African countries. I actually want to take you around. And how am I going to do it today? I want it to be effective. I want it to be interactive. So you will do me a favor. If I ask any question, even before I give the answers, you can try as much as possible. Use your fastest fingers and drop the answers even before I say them. And I tell you, I'm going to be combing it from the western part of Africa through the central, to the north, to the east, and also down to the southern part of Africa. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be entertaining, and of course, it's going to be educative. You can share it amongst your children. Let your children learn about Africa. Let our children, let them learn about Africa. How much of Africa do they know? And the question again is, how much of Africa do we even know as their parents? All right, to our friends who are not Africans, you are welcome to Africa. I'm going to be throwing some questions, which I will also answer. And I tell you, at the end of this video, you are going to be so vast, so knowledgeable about the continent of Africa. This is the mother of all the continents. So I have 20 questions. And I tell you, you wouldn't want to miss any of the questions. I tell you because they are interesting. Let us go. Let me start from the English-speaking countries in Africa. English-speaking countries in Africa. There are many. Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Ghana. Just name them. All the English-speaking countries in Africa, there are many actually. So I just mentioned that some, countries in Africa were colonized by the British, by the English people. So that is why we have those countries in Africa speaking English. Okay, let's go to French. French-speaking countries in Africa. They are also numerous. Talk of Benin Republic, they speak French. Talk of Equatorial Guinea, they speak French. Togo, they speak French. Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, they speak French, and so many more. So they were colonized by, the French people, by France. But a country like DR Congo. DR Congo was not colonized by France, but by Belgium. Belgium is also, an European country that speak French. Sorry, French is their official language, so they colonized Congo, DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. So that means some countries in Africa speak French, just like the way we have countries in Africa that speak English. Okay, let's go on. What about Portuguese? How many of you know that there are 6 countries in Africa that speak Portuguese? Let me mention them. And if you have the fastest fingers, you can go ahead and mention them. Yes, countries that speak Portuguese. Countries that speak Portuguese in Africa. Number 1, Angola. Angola, they speak Portuguese in Angola. Mozambique, they speak Portuguese. Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau is just close to Sierra Leone after, Guinea-Conakry. So they speak Portuguese. Cape Verde. Cape Verde is also an island in West Africa. They call them Cabo Verde. So they also speak Portuguese. So also Sao Tome and Principe. Sao Tome and Principe is a small island not too far away from Nigeria. It's on the Atlantic Ocean. They speak Portuguese. That is their official language. So also Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea. This is the second time I will be mentioning Equatorial Guinea. Amongst the French-speaking countries, I mentioned Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea is in Central Africa. The capital is Malabo, okay? So they speak French as their official language. They also speak Portuguese as their second official language. As a matter of fact, they have a third official language, and that is the only country where they speak Spanish in Africa. That's Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea. They speak Spanish. So meaning that the only country in Africa with 3 official languages is Equatorial Guinea. What are the official languages? French, Portuguese, and Spanish. French, Portuguese, and Spanish. Okay, let's move on. How many countries do we have in Africa? You see, these particular questions, I have asked this question over and over again. Those who are Africans, please, you should know that we have 54 countries in Africa. Non-Africans, you are also learning, we have 54 countries in Africa. Somebody asked a question in Europe the other time. The person said, what is the capital of Africa? He was interviewing people, asking them this question. And a lot of them were saying Kenya. Some said Nigeria, Ghana, and so on. South Africa. No. Africa is not a country, but a continent. So it doesn't have a capital. Africa does not have a capital. Okay? It is a continent comprises of 54 countries. So take note of that. Okay, another one. Here in Africa, we have some female presidents. So the current female presidents in Africa, who are they and how many are they? The current female African presidents, who are they and how many are they? Okay, I will answer the question again. They are just 3. They are 3. Number 1, Saleh Work Zewde. That is the president of Ethiopia, a female president, the first female president of Ethiopia. Okay. Number 2, Samia Suluhu Hassan. Samia Suluhu Hassan. That is the president of Tanzania, the first female president of Tanzania. Okay? And the third one, Netumbo Nadi Ndaitwah of Namibia, the first female president of Namibia. So, meaning that we have 3 female presidents in Africa as we speak in 2025. The president of Ethiopia is a woman. The president of Tanzania is a woman. The president of Namibia is also a woman. So take note of that. As I said, this video is going to be educative. Let's learn and let's share this video with our children. All right. Having done with that, let's move on to another question or the next question. There is a tribe, a popular tribe. You must have come across them, in TV, on the internet. They are called the Azabe tribe. Azabe tribe. Can you tell me which country are they from? The Azabe tribe. Which country are they from? They are so naive, if I can use that. They are not modern. They are not civilized. You see, you still see them wearing skins of animals. You understand? So which country are they from here in Africa? The answer is the country of Tanzania. Tanzania. So the Azabe tribe are from Tanzania. Let's move on. What is the highest point in Africa? What is the highest point in Africa? The answer is Mount Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro. That's the highest mountain in Africa. Where is it located? It is located in Tanzania. Very, very close to the border of Kenya. That reminds me when I was in the primary school in the 70s. In geography class then, back in the days we had geography as one of the subjects being taught in primary school in Nigeria. Those days, we were taught that Kilimanjaro is in Kenya, Mount Kilimanjaro. But it was later, when I got to secondary school, in geography class again, yes, geography was one of my best subjects. In geography class again, we learned that Kilimanjaro is not in Kenya, but Tanzania, although very, very close to the border of Kenya. So it is the highest, it is also the highest freestanding mountain in the world. A mountain that stands on its own. You understand? So it is also the highest freestanding mountain in the world. Let's move on. The African countries that were never colonized. We have some African countries that were never colonized. Okay, there are 2. Number 1 is Ethiopia. Ethiopia was never colonized. Ethiopia was never colonized. And the second one is the country of Liberia. Liberia was never colonized. Liberia was never colonized. But do you know they celebrate independence? So how did they gain independence? Or why are they gaining? Why are they celebrating independence since they were not colonized? Let me explain. You see, Liberia was actually formed in 1822 by the American Colonization Society. So Liberia was founded or was formed by American Colonization Society as a colony for freed slaves from the United States of America. So they gathered these freed slaves that gained freedom. They brought them to Africa in 1822 and they gave them the name Liberia. So Liberia was never colonized. They were, it's a colony of freed slaves from America. No wonder they speak like Americans. If you check their flag, like American flag, they are American baby. Okay. Now let's go to another one. What is the longest river in Africa? You see, I'm dealing more with geography. Yes, because I want you to know a lot about our continent. The longest river in Africa is River Nile. River Nile. And of course, I know most of you will say, just like me, River Nile is in Egypt. We all know Egypt is in the northern part of Africa. Yes, by the Mediterranean Sea. We know that. But do you know that the source of River Nile is in Burundi? Burundi is in the eastern part of Africa. Burundi. Can you imagine? Now, how long is River Nile? River Nile is 6,695 kilometers long. 6,695 kilometers long. That is very, very long. And if you are not used to kilometers, maybe what you are used to is miles. That is 4,160 miles. So it extends from its source in Burundi to Egypt. Can you imagine? That is interesting. Okay, I think let's leave. Let us leave geography for a while. Although I love geography so much. Okay, let's go to economy. Now, the first question I'll ask there is the economic powerhouse. What is the economic powerhouse of Africa? Or what we call the largest economy in Africa. So what is it? Honestly, I used to think it is my country, Nigeria. But while making this research, I got to know that it is Egypt. So Egypt is the powerhouse or the economic powerhouse of Africa. And Nigeria is second. Then South Africa is third. Okay? So the economic powerhouse of Africa or the largest economy in Africa is Egypt. Okay? Still talking about the economic powerhouse or the economic hub. So my question is, in East Africa, which country is their economic powerhouse? Which country is the economic powerhouse in East Africa? Which country is the economic powerhouse or the economic hub of East Africa? The answer is Kenya. Kenya is loaded. Let's move on. What is the most spoken indigenous African language? The most spoken indigenous African language. The answer is Hausa. Hausa, most speakers of Hausas are from West Africa, primarily in Nigeria, Ghana, and Niger Republic. Niger Republic. Over 50 million people speak Hausa all across Africa, but majorly from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Niger. All right, that is that. Let us move on. Okay, the current African footballer of the year, that is, we are going to sports now. The current African footballer of the year, who is he? Who is he? For male, let's put it that way. The current male African footballer of the year. Okay, that is Ademola Lookman of Nigeria. Ademola Lookman of Nigeria. Okay, I go again to sports. Who is the current female African footballer of the year? Who is the current female African footballer of the year? All right, it is no other person than Asisat Oshoala of Nigeria. I think he has won this award for 5 consecutive years, if I'm not making a mistake. Asisat Oshoala of Nigeria. All right, let's move on. Who is the richest African? Who is the richest African? We need to know all this about our continent. Okay, the answer is Aliko Dangote from Nigeria is the richest African as we speak. Let's move on. Who is the richest woman in Africa as we speak? The current richest African woman. Okay, I used to think The person is Folorunsho Alakija, a Nigerian, but she has been overtaken this 2025. So the person that is the richest female or the richest African woman is Isabel dos Santos. She is from Angola. Although, with all the wealth that she has over $2 billion. And Folorunsho Alakija, that Nigerian lady, the Nigerian woman, she is second, very, very close to, because Alakija is, she has over $1 million. You understand? Very, very close to Isabel dos Santos. So Isabel dos Santos is the richest African woman, and she is from the country of Angola. All right. I'll move on again. Who is the most influential African YouTuber? Who is the most influential African YouTuber? The answer is Mark Angel Comedy from Nigeria. He has 8.86 million subscribers. 8.86 million subscribers. Let's move on. Now let's talk about diamonds. Let's talk about diamonds. You all know that we have diamonds in Africa. Not only diamonds, we have other mineral resources. We have gold, we have bauxite, we have rutile. There are so many. Cobalt. Okay, the best diamond in Africa in terms of quality and quantity. Which country has the best diamond in Africa in terms of quality and quantity? Wow, I was surprised. Anyway, not too surprised. The answer is the country of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. Kudos to Sierra Leone. Thank God for Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone has the best diamond in terms of quality and quantity in Africa. But when it comes to diamond production, we give it to Botswana. Botswana. So that means Sierra Leone has to do something more. You have the best diamond in Africa. We have the best diamond in Africa in terms of quality, in terms of quantity. So our diamond mine should be active. Should be active. There is nothing wrong if we beat Angola and we beat them to the second place. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, guys, if you have been enjoying this video, I'm sure you have been enjoying it. Those of you who love information, I have my last question to ask. So before I ask my last question, I know you have been busy writing answers. Please, I want you to like this video. You see, the more you like the video, the more YouTube will show it to other people. And when you like the video, it shows you enjoyed it and you also learned from it. You got entertained somehow from it. So please, I want you to like the video. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please, I want you to do so. Subscribe to my channel. I talk about travel. Okay? This year, we have covered one country. And we still have 9 other countries to cover. I tell you, by next month, the month of April, even May, we want to eat some countries here in West Africa. You see, I'm giving you the clues now. We want to eat some countries here in Africa, in West Africa, sorry. So make sure you are with us. We want to go there, we want to see there, we want to bring the beauties of African nations to us. If you have not watched our Guinea videos, we've been to the country of Guinea. Guinea is a French-speaking country being ruled by a military man or military personnel, Lieutenant Colonel Doumbouya. Okay? So I want you to keep supporting this channel, Travel Africa, with Otumba Yomi Adu. Yes, it is my business to cover all the 54 countries in Africa. And I know I'm going to do it, steadily. So this year, we have 10 to cover. We have done 1. We have 9 more to go. Now, let's go on. The last question. The best telecom company in Africa. What is the best telecom company, that's telecommunications company in Africa? What is the answer to that? I want you to say it before I say mine. All right, the answer is MTN Group. MTN Group, and they are headquartered in South Africa. MTN Group, headquartered in South Africa. Guys, I am happy to say I am a proud subscriber of MTN Nigeria. So, thank you guys for watching this video. If this video has benefited you in one way or the other, please do not hesitate to like the video. Do not hesitate to write your comment. And peradventure you have questions to ask, please go ahead. Ask me your questions about African countries. I tell you, we are going places together. As Africans, we're supposed to know this continent very, very well. As our people will always say, we should know our continent inside out. That is, from the north, through the east, through the west, through the east, central, to the southern part of Africa. We should know all the regions. Of course, the 5 regions in Africa. Share this video amongst secondary school students. Please, even our college students, our university students, share this video amongst them. Let people know this. That's the information about our continent. I tell you, if we know a lot about our home, nobody will come to our home and be telling us, this is where so-and-so thing is, that is where so-and-so thing is. No. Let's know about our continent. It will really, really help us. Have you learned today? Have you gained something today? Were you entertained somehow by the video? I want you to like the video. I want you to subscribe if you are yet to do so. And I also want you to write your comment. Guys, I love you so, so, so much. I will keep coming to your screen for now 3 times in a week. 3 times in a week. If that frequency is going to change, I will let you know. But for now, it will be 3 times in a week. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video. So till I come your way again, I remain ever sincerely yours, Yomi Adu. Keep watching Travel Africa with Otumba Yomi Adu, and keep supporting Travel Africa with Otumba Yomi Adu. Don't forget, if you have any question, do not hesitate to drop it in the comments. I will surely get back to you. Let's run Africa together. I tell you, Africa is a beautiful place. Africa is the mother of all the continents.